Okay, so today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of this Graphic 45 Midnight Masquerade mini album. This album is made using the same design as the Graphic 45 Midnight Tales album that I had created. I didn't do video tutorials for it, but I have had a lot of requests for tutorials for either the whole album or for different pages. So I went ahead and recreated it using the Midnight Masquerade collection from Graphic 45. So stay tuned. Hey and howdy everyone, it's Jeannie with Paper Pixie Ink, and today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of the Midnight Masquerade mini album. I made this album based on a prior album that I made, the Midnight Tales mini album from Graphic 45. I'd had a lot of comments on, whether or not there was a tutorial for this and for tutorials on individual pages, and unfortunately, when I created this album, I did not film it. So I went ahead and recreated it to the best of my ability using another collection from Graphic 45 that I had in my stash called the Midnight Masquerade. So we're going to go ahead and do a walkthrough today of this album, and then we're going to have probably 3 tutorial videos on how to make this step by step. So let's go ahead and get started on the walkthrough. So this album was made exactly the same way as the Midnight Tales, and I will link to that video here. I did not have the exact same sizes, so when I made the other one, it was an 8 by 8 paper pad and then a 12 by 12 patterns and solids pad. I didn't use all of it, obviously, but I did use some. So in place of the areas where I was missing the 12 by 12 paper, I just went ahead and used some champagne colored glitter cardstock in place of that, so that I had the 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 sizes. So the album itself measures 8 1/2 by 8 1/2 by 2 1/2, and then the pages are 8 1/4 by 8 1/4, which was the perfect size to put 8 by 8 paper on it. So I did leave the cover very, very basic. I just used the cover image from the paper collection, and I put that on top of some of that champagne glitter cardstock. So, and I just left it very plain. The spine is that same glitter cardstock, and I recreated it the same as I had for the Midnight Tales album. So, or to the best of my abilities. This is a chipboard piece. On the other album, it was a piece of ephemera, but essentially the same. On the inside, again, I used a piece of 8 1/4 by 8 1/4 glitter cardstock to back the paper, and then I just created this little diagonal pocket with the 3 by 4 journaling card on top of it, which is also a little tuck spot, and then created a few photo mats to tuck in there. And then this page is just a pretty basic little tuck spot here with a little flip up portion here, and then this has a little photo mat on it, and then this is just another little tuck spot using a couple of the cut aparts and or journaling cards from the collection. And then this is, I created 2 little tags to put in this pocket. The original had a single tag, but I kind of like this better. This is the same as it was in the other album, and they're all magnetized. So this is just kind of like a reverse waterfall, and it's pretty basic. It's 4 by 4, and it is magnetized closed, and I just used a cut apart from the collection. This page was left completely blank, just pattern paper, and this is just a belly band with some little photo mats or photo cards tucked inside. This page is pretty plain, but has a bunch more area for photo mats. And this one is magnetized closed and just has a little 4x6 journaling card on it. This is the page that was so popular on my previous album. So this just flips down, it is magnetized, and then this just pops open. And I used a 4x6 and 2 3x4 journaling cards to just finish the inside of the pop-up. And then this just closes, and that's a 3x4 journaling card from the collection. And this just kind of mirrors the inside front cover with a little diagonal pocket and a couple little tucked photo mats. So each page, there are 4, has one of these extra large photo mats on them. The first one was just individual pieces from the collection because I was running out of pattern paper for this one. So that's the album. It's pretty much identical. I had to change up a few of the journaling cards and cut aparts because they weren't obviously exactly the same or the same size, but this is the album, and we will be doing probably 3 tutorials to cover all of the various pieces of the album. So stay tuned for that. As always, if you're interested in seeing more, don't forget to click on that subscribe button, and thanks for watching.